Hey, what's good, y'all? I wanted to take some time to run through the pairs for the week. Didn't get to it yesterday, but we're going to go ahead and do that right now and kind of look at everything that we think is going to move and everything that has moved. Um, no big surprise. You see USD, JPY um, at a particular level right now. Let me move this out of the way. I hate it when that happens. Hold on. Okay, there we go. USD JPY is at a certain level, and this is pretty common for it to. It's been moving down for a while now, is what I've been saying. Last month, that's the red bar for last month. So that's December of last month. Huge move downwards weekly, 3 weeks in a row so far, including this week, which hasn't closed. Lots of steady downward movement. That's why I like getting into something like this after the initiating point way up here, and we've been dropping ever since pretty steadily. Had a pullback back in on the 26th, the day after Christmas, but then it continued to kind of move downwards. A couple days ago, on the first, it pretty much broke even, a little bit bullish, but we have some more movement down. So it's there. The opportunity's there now. This is like a really clean version of what we call the pyramid reversal strategy. PDF on that coming soon. We're going to look at some entries right here. You see about three of them. This is where the move started. Um, if we include the downward movement, and we did this in my previous video, downward movement to this trend line. So what that means is this white trend line, if I would have took this from the beginning of the move all the way down to this white trend line and stopped, right? We didn't take all this and just stop there. We would have been at 25%. Where's it at? It's right here. I made it really skinny and narrow so that I could um, illustrate it on the smaller time frames. But yeah, this is it. 24.44. You can see that risk reward ratio. So pretty substantial there. And then obviously, if we were to say, well, I would have saw this too, then we're looking 34% now. But yeah, plenty right here, plenty of meat on the bone. Take that off the table, take one of these other trades and keep on moving down beyond that level, perhaps. So some really interesting stuff going on right there. Try to keep it PG because I might have some young viewers or whatever. Yeah, man. I already went over this pair, so y'all know this is on my radar. I don't want to keep going over that one. I want to figure out what we want to put on our list, if any of these. So, since we're at the very beginning of a new month, this monthly chart isn't going to really tell me a whole lot as far as the current bar goes. I've got 3 days worth of data making up an entire bar right now. Instead, I'm going to be looking at December, November, and just kind of seeing how they've reacted. This is going to be holding steady and maybe bouncing off of that level. This is an extended fib along with a key level, along with the 50 weekly 50 EMA, and that's kind of holding right there. So I'm going to try to watch it and look for a reaction. Look for it to move upwards. Look for a not necessarily a pyramid reversal strategy, but it will be a pyramid reversal strategy, just going in the bullish direction instead of bearish where I usually take it. This is a really good, beautiful sign of a pullback. This is a good entry right in here, perhaps. Um, your stop loss is way back here. It's crazy because it seems as though I already drew this in. Um, but this is the type of stuff that you want. This is the type of stuff that I like trading personally, and I would probably take something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that as yes. And if you're watching this real time, you might want to consider this because all these levels are converging right here. We already know it's overextended. We already know on the higher time frames it's overextended, and it wants to turn around. Maybe this is the beginning of the turnaround. It broke through these levels and ended up making a higher high and a higher low. So that's what that means. higher highs and higher lows. There again is that infinite prosperity talk, that Irek Piekarski talk. So it's real, you know. So let's go ahead and keep that one and move on. This thing is overextended to the bull side, and it's been kind of climbing like that for a while. And now we're at the very top of a pretty intense level. It blew past it though, man, and now it's coming back to retest. Maybe it's retesting to go up. Doesn't look like there's any signs on MACD showing us that we're going to go down. This is kind of curling over, but maybe we're just going to revert, bounce off of this level. I'll see. I'm not 100% sure yet, but we'll keep an eye on that. It looks like it dropped off the face of the earth here. This is the 1 hour chart. Huge drop downwards. It's, excuse me, it's definitely overextended. And I know that by looking at the previous levels. So if we go to, you see this double top that not double top, but like a tweezer top type of setup. These are just reversal bars, a couple of them, 1, 2, 3, 4 reversal bars that I wanted to pay attention to and see how strong of that reaction was right there. If you'll recall, a couple weeks ago, I posted about this, and this is why these down green arrows are here, because I was looking for something to pull me back. Even though these are short-term trades, I'm not sure if I was right or not on these, because if I say down and we go down, I know that the type of trader I am, and looking at this situation, this is not a pyramid reversal play. This is a pullback play. So I'm looking for it to get overbought and then taking it back down to this trend line that was drawn. Excuse me. So that's kind of how that looks. Man, I'm sorry. My voice is crazy. Um, Weather's crazy in Austin right now. It's been raining and cold and all that stuff. So go figure. In winter it's cold. We're still not used to it. But yeah, USD, CAD. This is going to be interesting. I would like to watch that. Probably not going to trade it, but I will watch it. That's when you learn, is you watch stuff that's moving and going kind of contrary to what you might have thought. Okay, we finally got our downward move here. I was kind of hoping for that. NZD pairs, I've been saying, are bearish for the past couple weeks. I've had some prediction on that, and it looks like it's coming true. This thing, something good to keep in mind is we are at an overextended level to the downside. So even though we pulled back, we probably aren't going to pull back a whole lot more. At least that's what this chart is telling me, against my own wishes and hopes of where I think the market's going to go. It's not smart to get too attached to that. There was a big move. I was right. I'm done now. This is a big reversal candle, as was, I didn't say anything about it, but I noticed this on the monthly, because we're only 3 days in the month, so it doesn't hold a whole bunch of weight. Weekly, and then daily, we see it kind of hanging out at this level, this key level, which kind of coincides with these extended fibs that I like to bounce off of and go up. So I'm going to be looking for a change in tide, and when I see it, maybe we jump on this. But I'll watch this one, but I'm not going to watch the rest of the pairs unless their setups are better than USD JPY, or I'm sorry, NZD USD. Nothing here, nothing there. Huge long tail. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see if it's coming back. Yeah, it's trying to bounce back off of that, and then it got stuffed by this 50 MA and this key level and couldn't keep going up. So yeah, all those pairs seem to still be trying to kind of do the same thing. They pulled down pretty hard, and now they're showing signs of reversing, which kind of makes sense because we were at an overextended level on almost all those pairs. This one actually turned around a while back, and recent. This is daily chart, so recent pullback, the last 14 days or so. Little pullback, strong pullback, really, and now we're kind of looks like we're slowing down. We'll see what happens here. You look at the charts long enough, and you start to see these patterns, and you accept them for what they are, and you stop trying to be right, and you just try to understand what's happening on the screen. I think that that's like the next level of trading. Not that I've reached that or anything. I'm just saying, as far as analysis goes, I feel like I'm pretty strong where I want to be. Now it's all about, can I jump into this side of the game where you raise capital, where you get sponsored, where you can trade larger sums and make a decent living doing this. That's the code that you're going to get to see me crack if I'm able to crack it. So I think that'll be pretty cool for y'all. Be really cool for me too, actually. So overextended. Recently had, this one was like a late bloomer, just now dropped back down, and now it's on the 50. It's fighting on the 50 actually right now. It's fighting pretty hard on the 50. Yeah, I'll watch that one. That one can make the list. That's fine. GBP USD. Looks like I thought this was going to go up, and it did not go up. Slightly bullish for the monthly last month. Daily tried to jump up the last couple days and got stuffed at that 50 EMA. I don't know what's going to happen on this one. Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I'll watch it. I sure will. GBP NZD. Let's see. Monthly, looking for a rebound. Looks like we're at an even point based on the fib that was drawn. We went down a touch. We bounced up. We're bouncing back. We're in the middle of bouncing back, but we don't have a whole bunch of momentum. Hence this slow down. You see these small bars right around the 50 EMA. That's a sign that we slowed down. Let's see, 4 hour. We got a 1 hour here. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see it. Not this time. Not very interesting to me. Gosh, what am I doing? All right, come on. There we go. GBP JPY monthly looks like I had a head and shoulder pattern that I drew in. We'll look at that in a second. Looks like we're at the extended area of the fib that was drawn. We're in it right now, actually sitting in it today. Big tail. So big tail signifies that they tried to push price down. Yeah. Sorry, my phone went off. It indicates that we tried to push price down, but weren't able to. So the market was trying to take this down. The buyers bought it back up, and now it looks like it's going to close around this. But we got to wait until, looks like another 40 minutes or so for it to close. I think the daily closes at 4 o'clock Central, if I'm not mistaken. Anyways, if I am, hit the comment section. I don't think I am though. I think that's when the day ends for Forex. And 4 hour signs of a pull turnaround, early signs of a turnaround. 1 hour, yep, we're watching this one for sure. We are definitely watching this one because that could be huge. Okay, so let's see CHF. Also overextended to the downside. So I'm going to be biased looking for signs of reversal, which could be early in and also um, beneficial for us to get in on the bottom of a pyramid reversal strategy. Looks good. This one looks a lot like the previous. I'm even going to go as far as to say that JPY isn't as good looking. So I can go ahead and take that off my list. So one of the things you'll learn when you're trading is you don't want to overwhelm yourself like anything. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, obviously. So instead of trading the exact same setup, especially when pairs correlate like this, you just find the best version that's trading, the best version of it that's trading. GBP monthly, weekly, daily. I don't know how I feel on this one. This kind of is in no man's land. It's really just sideways, man. It's been sideways. And what I mean by sideways is it's kind of pinballing between these levels. And it's been that way since August. So this big move in August led to the beginning of September being just kind of pinballing right here, sideways, in between this green level, which is the 50 fib, and the baseline fib. So it's been bouncing, as you can tell, in between those levels for a while now. And now it's kind of slanted upwards. MACD slanted that way too. I don't know, man. We'll see. Big correction month last month brought us back into kind of equilibrium. So I can see that by the monthly. You see how big this green candle is right after this huge red candle just kind of balanced out. And now we're kind of, yeah, we tried to push up, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And that's happening today. Look how crazy big this candle is. This is nuts. I don't know if I really want to trade this anyway, so especially here, it just doesn't look like there's a clear direction. So it's gonna go. It might go up, but it might go down too. Might go up, might go down. Anyways, yeah, I don't feel a bias. There's not a bias that you can readily see there, and we're not at a good spot or anything. So, okay, monthly nothing. Daily kind of side or weekly's kind of sideways. Dailies maybe rounding bases here. And I'm gonna admit, man, I'm biased in my pair choices. I don't do a whole lot of stuff with Euro USD. Well, Euro in general. I just never have traded a whole bunch. Not sure exactly why, but this doesn't give me any kind of pyramid or some trend where I can predict a bounce or a pullback. It's just, this is just down. This just looks bearish. This just looks bearish still. You see how crazy this can be if you pick this right? So this is a trade that's based on this key level. I put the stop loss just beyond it, if you can see that, just beyond it. So if I go to a 1 hour chart, you'll be able to see it for real. Here we go. That's where I got in. This is the trade. It's on the 21st of December. And if we assume that we stay in this trade as long as it doesn't break even, right? So we pull our break even here. I'm still in this trade technically, and we'd be right around here, whatever, 17%. This is how this strategy works. It just kind of protects you ahead of time, which is pretty cool. It definitely protects you. So, yeah, I like it. All right, let's see here. So, yes, I do want to watch that one because there was a big trade that's still going on that was identified here. So there was supposed to be a move downwards in June that I picked. That was a long ass time ago, man. Yeah, no. We're green here. We're weak but green here. We are trending upwards just a tad here. We are, yikes. Yeah, this is why I don't like it whenever a pair is pinballing, because it's so easy to lose here. If I would have taken this trade in December, right before Christmas, the day before Christmas, we're in and out in a couple days for 1.28, and that's it. Because if we held that, we're out and we lose 1%. But look, I'm only making 1.28, and I gotta pick a perfect section to get in, perfect timing, all that. Why would I make this trade? Why would I trade Euro GBP? There's no reason. I'm going to change the color of this one so that people can see it and say, wow, that's what you don't want to do. Okay? But yeah, that's no good. Try to speed it up here. Euro CHF hanging out right below the 50 EMA. Still hanging out below the 50 EMA. This one tried to push beyond on the daily, hanging out behind. We had a huge jump up. When you see one of those breakout, not a breakout, I forget what they call them, but gap up bars. Pay attention to that. These are bars. That's a bar right there. This little right here, this little part right here is a bar as well. So, do I trade? Do I like trading stuff like this? No. There's a lot of volatility and really hard to tell what's going to happen. And it's two of my least favorite pairs. So, all I'm saying is, look, you don't have to trade like me. You don't have to watch the same pairs as me. Euro CHF, maybe you can find somebody to follow, or maybe you start trading and get really good at it, specifically Euro CHF, and you can reach out to me and tell me what the secret is behind it. But with me and with my strategy, it just isn't something that at this time I'm looking to take. It's just not there. I have so many other pairs that are a lot cleaner and easier to predict. I really like how easy this is. Look how it just bounced right off of this pink 200 EMA and the 50 EMA, the red one. It just bounced right off of it, and it's super clean. Here's the setup bar, 1, 2, 3 bars, super clean, right up. And now we have a red bar for the month, but it's only 3 days into the month, so it doesn't really matter to me. Okay, on the weekly, we see it zoomed out just a tad. Then on the daily, zoomed out even more. To me, this looks like a reversal and then a pullback. We have a higher high, higher than the high previous, and a higher low. This is the new low-ish. This is the previous low. So maybe this is just a quick pullback, and we'll be looking to get in based on a setup here. So we pulled beyond where I would want to set up, which would be like somewhere in here with a blue line under it. Not really what happened. It kind of really pulled back hard, and MACD is facing downwards. So yeah, I'll watch this, but can't trade it yet. Let's see what we got here. We overextended levels. We got a lot of couple key levels here. We bounced off for December and had a huge month, and then January it looks like we're wanting to have a pretty big month too, but we got stuffed recently. One of these days. Oh, this is today. We got stuffed. This is crazy. And this is up there, man. This is the origin point of this fib. So when you draw a fib, what I like to say the origin point is the gray line. So I drew it way back here. It pulled all the way down, pulled back to the 618 textbook. Then it dropped not only 618 but also this 200 EMA. So it's beautiful. Then it dropped to the extended level and bounced straight off of there. So if you place a trade right here, your red stop loss is way down here. It never went anywhere near it. It just went straight up. So timing for something like that, super critical. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. I love it when I see stuff like this. It's a work of art, man. Not sure what's going on, CHF, JPY. But as you know how I feel about CHF, look at it a little bit. It looks like it's down and been down, but not going down some more. So I'm out. I don't want to see that anymore. It's just a waste of time for me personally. Big red month last month. Remember, there was a beautiful play here. For the week, we got 3 weeks in a row. More than that, if we really want to be technical, because these are like neutral, and this is the only. So since the only other green signal, which was a small pullback, by the way, we've had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, going on 11 down weeks or bearish weeks, which is interesting. And we're super overextended to the downside right now, by the way, because the origin is way back here. This is the origin of it. It came up, boop, 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 bounced up, dropped like crazy right here for the last few days. So yeah, you can get into a play right here if you want. Yesterday would have been a pretty good day, looks like. Not the cleanest in the world, but you know, if you're in back here still, or back here, even better. 11. Oh my gosh, 11.9. Look how powerful this is whenever you trade it right, man. If you just leave it alone and make it a bulletproof trade, you're at 17% on this one. You'd be at 8% on this one. This is leaving it alone and not adjusting anything. Literally getting into the trade correctly and then just letting it run. So with those 3 trades alone, 1, 2, 3, we got 17 plus 8, which would be 15. So that's 25, and then 4. So yeah, almost 30%. If we add all the, yeah, add everything up, we're right at 30% ish, which is crazy. Absolutely nuts. Looking here and looking for more signals to enter. Maybe we're in like right here, maybe we're in right here, and then maybe we're in yesterday right here. So yeah, it's crazy. It's nuts. It's days like this that I see and I'm like, man, I need to be trading. I really need to get this capital so I can trade. It's absolutely amazing. Okay. I kind of lose motivation sometimes to continue analyzing the remaining pairs when I've already picked up like 6 that are super winners, like really clean and really big percentage profit. I'd rather just focus on that and not be obsessed with taking more trades, you know what I mean? But this is part of the job, and me realizing that is actually beneficial. So we're extended. Maybe we pull back here. CAD, CHF. Looks like it wants to pull back on the daily. Looks like it broke the 50 EMA on the 4-hour, which is a first sign of a change in trend. And the 1-hour is positioned correctly. So yeah, we're gonna watch that one. AUD, USD. Not sure. Huge tail today down there. Super tail here. 4 hour. Okay. 1 hour. Yeah. This is kind of like a pyramid, but man, it's just not the cleanest in the world. It really isn't. Is there any clean trades here? It didn't really like stair step down or anything like I would want it to. Probably not gonna look at that, man. AUD, NZD, go to monthly. We've been red for a couple months now. So yeah, I got the favor to the downside. Daily, 4 hour, hour. Let's see here. My I gotta fix my scrolling here. There it goes. Okay. Yeah, I don't like it when it does that. Sometimes you get stuck with your zooming and then it doesn't scale correctly. It's really, really odd. So that was happening. Anyways, I'm not. This isn't really doing anything. It's red or it's down as far as the direction, but like I don't see anything that's worth risking 1% here. It's just not moving in a direction and showing you a strong trend. It's a big bar, which is fine. All of them have big bars. This is what happens. Correlation, uh, the pair, they all have the same base pair. There's like this correlation risk, and they usually all move somewhat similar. There's just no entries, and that is what it is. There's no entries on these pairs right now, for now. And the cycle goes through, and then it comes onto another pair to kind of focus on, and on it goes. Probably could have took this down. I mean, I marked it with green, so yeah, I could have took these down. Pretty nice. 1, 2. Those are pretty. If I was sleeping, I would have lost right here. This would have been like a break even, but I could have took it down to right in here, just fine. There's a big trade right here. If we're in at the top of the move, which looks like I might have would have been, but yeah, 9%. It ain't nothing compared to some of these others though. All right, so I think that's it. I'll watch CHF. I got one more here. Let me go ahead and do this one. Yeah, this is what it looks like, man. So it's like a quick 30 minutes every day or every week at the beginning of the week. We kind of look at everything that we think's going to make a certain move, get our biases out the way and all that good stuff. And then we just watch and we sit there and we're looking to snipe. And we are not looking to machine gun. We're not looking to take, you know, a whole bunch of trades every month. I'm looking to take a handful of trades every week, like 5 or 6, maybe. That's it. It's simple. It's boring. It's not glamorous or anything, but you can make a lot of money when you just chill and play your setup. So, all right. Appreciate you guys watching, man. Make sure you go to the description, hit the links, all that good stuff. Check me out. See what I'm doing with Project Newsense, and if you want to get some, deeper dialogue with me personally and kind of go through specifics, we can do that. So, an ability to sign up at the website. So, all right, peace.